Hi, my name is Chris Jablonski, and it is my great joy and privilege to serve you as your minister. This is Fault Line by Robbie Walsh. Did you ever think there might be a fault line passing underneath your living room? A place in which your life is lived in meeting and separating, wondering and telling, unaware that just beneath you is the unseen seam of great plates that strain through time, and that your life, already spilling over the brim, could be invaded, sent off in a new direction, turned out, aside by forces you were warned about but not prepared for. Shelves could be spilled out, the level floor set at an angle, in some seconds shaking. You would have to take your losses, do whatever must be done next. When the great plates slip, and the earth shivers, and the flaw is seen to lie in what you trusted most, look not to more solidity, to weighty slabs of concrete poured, or strength of cantilevered beam to save the fractured order. Trust more the tensile strands of love that bend and stretch to hold you in the web of life that's often torn but always healing. There's your strength, the shifting plates, the restive earth, your room, your precious life. They all proceed from love, the ground on which we walk together. I have loved that poem for a long time. And I've been thinking this week that I have loved that poem in preparation for this moment. This is a complex time. So much changing, the texture of our lives, the uncertainty of our future, the uncertainty of what will unfold in just these coming weeks. And for those of us with children at home, just so much time with our kids. Yesterday morning, I dove into the new reality with great gusto. For a while, my 4-year-old Aaliyah has been loving building forts. Most of the time, this has been quick little versions with some cushions from the couch. Pretty good, but nothing monumentous. And so as the reality of having the kids at home settled in, I embraced the potential of fort greatness. And I will say at the end, we had a rather exceptional fort built for Aaliyah, 2 stories even. Ask me about it sometime. I'd be happy to get in far too much detail about the design. She loved it, stocked it with stuffies, and I felt pretty good about the project. And I came downstairs to the kitchen, and then I saw the clock. It was only 8:30 in the morning. I was a little demoralized. There was a long day still stretched out before me. And I mention this because we are buckling up for a long haul. And so, dear people, I reach out to you today, sending you love. I'm also sending you a few ideas about how we will survive this, about how we will remain connected and clear, grounded and joyful even in moments. I reach out to you today, sending you love, reminding you that your community is here and that we will make it through this together. One of the things I love most about the poem earlier is when it says, when the great plates slip and the earth shivers and the flaw is seen to lie in what you trusted most, look not to more solidity. Trust more the tensile strands of love that bend and stretch to hold you in the web of life that's often torn but always healing. There's your strength. With so much changing, with so much uncertain, part of us wants to cling. Part of us wants to hold on even tighter, what another poet calls the impulse to clutch and grab, but instead he says, trust love. Trust the tensile strands of love, often torn but always healing. There's your strength. Here is your strength. This often torn but always healing love. So how can we help nourish this love and help it heal? One thing has come clear for me, crystal clear, is that this is a time to be gentle with yourself and everyone around you. In a time when you're not panicked, reflect a little bit about yourself. Chances are by now you know yourself pretty well. Think a little bit about the ways that you might skillfully react to this coming time. Think a little bit about the ways that you might unskillfully react to this coming time. And if you're a little confused, call someone who knows you and think this through with them. Planning a little proactively will help you stay grounded and clear, supple and strong. And if you're facing this as part of a partnership or family, reflect together with your partner. My wife Lauren and I strive to and mostly succeed in having a weekly meeting. It's a holdover from our time working together, in which we look at our schedules, in which we check in on how we are each doing. We get clear with one another, we stay connected. We also go over anything that we need to be working on for the kids, for the house. Now more than ever, this matters. Know that you will get snippy. Know that the volume is turned up to 11 on everything right now. Be gentle with those you love. Try to help them through this. Take the time to ask what they need and ask for what you need. Take the time to keep the relationships closest to you as strong and clear and loving and solid as they can be. If you live alone, reach out. Reach out to friends. Know that you are not alone. And if reaching out is hard, do it anyway. Reach out to me and I will help you get connected. Also, we will be sharing more ways soon about how to be connected in just a little bit, but do reach out. We need to cultivate together endurance, to find strength in those tensile strands of healing love. All this matters so much because we do not know what we are facing, how long this will be. This is Stretch by Teresa Soto. They write, I confess that I skipped to the back of the book. I really wanted to know what or who or how the story went. I told myself that if I still wanted to read the rest of it, then it must be good. But that only works for paperback books. Life is a little less linear. And still wanting to know how the journey will go, I am willing to dance with the suspense. What will become of failure? What can be built on an honest mistake? Keep paying attention. Keep dreaming and supposing that more is possible. We don't yet know the ending. And if you are tired, then it must be time to rest. Staying curious is a muscle we flex, reaching for what we don't yet know, and relax, leaving space for what is yet to come. If you are tired, then it is time to rest. If you need help, it is time to reach out. Know that you are held. Know that you are loved. As we mentioned before, please do reach out if there is any way that you need to be supported. We'll be in touch soon with some new mechanisms we're working on to help request and volunteer to help. We're working on neighborhood clusters to keep folks connected. We're working on resources for families. We're working on opportunities for small groups to gather online. Stay tuned this week for lots of information. As we said before, we'll be reaching out with these videos frequently You can subscribe to our YouTube channel and get alerted every time something is uploaded. We'll send out announcements and links to videos at least twice a week. One of those videos will be a longer one for worship, which you can watch whenever you like. Lots of folks are watching them on Sunday morning. One family even mentioned that they are watching simultaneously with their extended family in Germany. Someone else mentioned that they're watching the video at the same time as friends and then reaching out to folks that they would often see in coffee hour. We will reach out with more of these options and strategies and invitations. Even in this disorienting time, our task is the same. Now and always, our vision states, we honor the holiness in one another and all that is. Living mindfully, we serve our community and our world. This is what we are here for now and always. To remind ourselves and one another that we are connected and held, precious expressions of creation, and our task, living mindfully, open and awake to this moment in ourselves, in our relationships, in our children, in our community, in our world. Open to and mindful of this moment, this stretching moment, this full moment, this heartbreaking moment. This is our work. This is where we source our strength on this always healing love. Yes, we are weary. Yes, we are broken. Yes, we are uncertain and scared. And yes, still we are held in love. Yes, still we are held in love, whether we feel it or not, whether it feels far away or close by. These tensile strands of love are weaving themselves around us. This will be our strength, all together as one, day after day, moment after moment. I'll leave you with these words. Warbler by Jim Harrison. He writes, "This year we have 2 gorgeous yellow warblers nesting in the honeysuckle bush. The other day I stuck my head in the bush. The nestlings weigh 1/20th of an ounce, about the size of a honeybee. We stared at each other, startled by our existence. In a month or so, they will reach the size of bumblebees, and they'll fly to Costa Rica without a map. Dear First Church, we will make it through these difficult days. We will make it to Costa Rica. Even with no map, even with these broken wings, even with these weary hearts, I have so much faith in you, in all of us. So much love to you all. Amen."